2.
Hello, I'm Marcus Grodi, coming to you from the Coming Home Network International. That's our library. And my son John Mark, who's our communications coordinator, invited me to talk to you a little bit about the new books that we've just released. A brand new edition of my first novel, How Firm a Foundation, and what I'm most excited about is the sequel to that called Pillar and Bulwark. And both stories are stories of conversion. Years ago, when my father expressed concern about our becoming Catholic, we would give him lots of great nonfiction about the church. And he would say thank you, but then he'd put them up on the shelf. And part of the reason was he primarily read fiction. He loved fiction as I do. And if I wanted to get him to read something about the church, I thought I might need to do it in a fictional format. And so I wrote him the first book, How Firm a Foundation. He liked it, and by the grace of God, I believe that it was partially influential to his coming into the church, actually on the last day of his life. Since writing the first book, we've had lots of great input from people who have read the book. But one of the most common questions we receive is, what happened to the character in How Firm a Foundation? This book is about Stephen LaPointe and his wife Sarah. He was a congregational minister going through a struggle with truth. And we see in his story what that struggle seeking for truth led to the effects on his family and his friends and even some of his parishioners. But people were wondering what happened to Stephen after the book completed. And so that's why I continued the story in Pillar and Bulwark, which particularly picks up on how his journey of faith affected his marriage, as well as some of his closest friends, his friend named Scott and one of his parishioners named Rafe. So I'd like you to consider these two books, How Firm a Foundation, Pillar and Bulwark. They're fiction, and they're for you to read and then to give away. If you're interested in getting the books, you can go to our store, store.chnetwork.org, and there's a special offer. If you'll order the books before December 7th, I will be signing the books all weekend. So you can get a signed copy of both books if you order soon, just in time for Christmas, to give away for family and friends. So God bless.